Hello everyone, welcome to my video on an important Python Tkinter project. In this video we will write a program for discount sales management system in Python Tkinter using MySQL database to manipulate our data. So in this video we have to set discount for expiring items in a superstore or shopping mall. For example, if any item number 1 is near to expire after 2 months, then we have to set discount sale for this to sell it before expiry date. So first you have to set up MySQL database. So here I will open MySQL workbench and then we will connect or create with database. So here after a small while this is our MySQL workbench, and now here I will open local instance MySQL. So here I have to enter my password and then I will click OK and next. Here you can create your database using this query create database, okay, and you can give any name to your database, for example discounts, okay, and then you will click this execute button and your database with name discounts will be created, okay, but I have already a database, so I have to connect with that existing database. So here I will click this database button and then I will choose this first option, connect to database. So here I have to enter name of database, so I will enter rec or record. This is the name of my database. I will click OK and now I am connected with my record database. So here I have to create a table in my record database. Okay, so here I will use query create table. Now I can create a table with any name. So here I will use sales. Okay, and then here I have to create some columns inside this table. So first I will give a name to my item. Okay, so here item name, okay, item or single item, its type should varchar, and then here I will use size, so I will set 15, and then here I have to set price, okay, and price should integer type. I will set size 5, and then here I will set quantity, okay, quant or simple quant, okay, so quant is also integer type. So here I will define size 5 and then expiry, okay, expiry, and here it is date type, okay, so this is date type. Here we have not to define its size, okay. So now I have to execute query to create this table with name sales that contains item column, second price column, third quant column, and in last expiry column, okay. So now we have four columns in our this sales table. So I will click execute query, and here we have successfully created our sales table, okay. So now we have to start our Python code. So here I have to open a folder, so you can create any folder with any name inside your computer. So here I will open this my new volume E, and here I have Python projects folder, okay, and here I have some Python files, but I have to create new file. These are existing files, but I have to create new file, okay. So in this address bar I have to enter cmd, open command prompt, and here I will enter command code space dot to open VS Code. We are using VS Code as a code editor. I will click enter key, and after a small while here is our VS Code, and here I have a file. I will close this, and also I will close the terminal, okay, and now I will click on this explorer option, and here I have to create new files. These are my existing files in this Python projects folder, okay, and then here I have to create new file, so I will click this new file option, and here, so this is my discount, okay, so I will use discount.py. Py is extension for Python, so I will click enter. So this file is created with name discount, okay, so I will collapse this, and also I will close this welcome. And now here I have to start my code. Okay, so first I will start class, and here I can use any name for class. For example, I can use sales, or even I can use this, okay, for discount. So here I will use parenthesis and then colon. Now I have to define a constructor for this discount class. Okay, so here I have to define by using def keyword, double underscore, initiate or init, and then again underscore, and pair of parentheses, and here I have to pass two arguments. First is self. You must have to pass this argument, and then you can use any name for second argument. But commonly we use root, so I will also use root. So next, here I have to initialize this self root, self dot root, and I will initialize it with root. Okay, so now I have to create a main window, then an object for my discount class, and then I have to access a main loop. Okay, so here I will start root. Okay, and here I have to import Tkinter. So first I will import Tkinter, import Tkinter, sorry, not used space, Tkinter as tk. This is alias that will be used as an object for this Tkinter. You can use any other character or name for this alias. Okay, so root. Now by using Tkinter I have to create main window. I have to use tk. This is our object or alias, and then dot and tk. Now t is uppercase. Okay, and here I have to use this parenthesis. Sorry, here I have to use tk. Okay, so this is for our main window, and now I have to create object for class. Okay, and here I will use discount, and then I will pass root as an argument, and then I have to access main loop, root dot main loop. Main loop is used to execute our project, and also it is used for handle all events in our project. Okay, so here I have to set a title for my uh, main window. Okay, so self dot root and then dot title. Here I have to set title. So this is discount sales. Okay, discount sales, sorry, discount sales, and then here I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. So if everything is fine, so this is output. Okay, so this is our main window, but its size is very small. I have to set it according to width and height of my screen. So I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, so here I have to set it according to width and height of my screen. So first I have to get or retrieve width of my screen first. Okay, so here I will define a global variable. If you have to define a global variable, then you have to use self with name of variable. For example, here width is my variable name, and then here I am using self dot. So now this is global variable. Then you can use this global variable anywhere inside your project. Okay, but if you are not using this self with it, then you cannot use it inside any other function. Okay, so I have to use it in different functions, so I will use here self with it to make it global. Okay, so now I have to get the width of screen, so self dot root, and then here I have to use a method that is w info. Okay, it will return us information of any widget. So here I have to use underscore, and then I have to provide name of widget whose information is required. Okay, so w info underscore, and I have to get screen width. Okay, so now this method will return us width of screen, and then we will assign this width to this global variable. Okay, so next I have to get height in the same way, self dot height, and here self dot root dot w info underscore screen height. Okay, now we have to get height. So in this way we are getting height of screen and width of screen, and then we are assigning these two values to our global variable. Okay, so now we have to set uh, its size, okay, by using geometry method. So here I will use self dot root dot geometry. Okay, so now we can adjust the size of our main window. Okay, so here I will use formatting string. This is used to contain value of variable and string. So here I will use variable value. So for this you have to use a pair of curly brace in this formatting string. Okay, so now I have to use this self dot width because I have to define width first. Okay, self dot width. So this is the global variable that contains width of our screen. Okay, so now I have to use cross or multiple sign, multiply sign, and then here I have to use self dot height. Now this is our second variable that contains height of our screen. And now we have to start our main window from first row. So here I have added plus 0, and then I have to start it from first column. So here I will use again plus 0. Okay, now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, so now you can see this is its size. This is our main window, okay, or root window, and now its width and height is according to width of height of our screen. Okay, and I will close this, and also I will close this terminal. So now I have to set a label, sorry, for title. Okay, so here I will declare a label. So this is our variable, or even you can say it object. Okay, so title, and here I have to create label. So this is a widget. Label is a widget that exists in Tkinter. Okay, so now we have to access it from Tkinter. So here we are using tk, okay, dot, and then we have to define the name of widget, that is label. So now we have to create this label in our root window. Okay, so self dot root, then I have to set text by using text property. So now I can set any text for our label. So this is our title. So here I will set name of our project. Okay, discount, sorry, here I have to use discount, sorry, discount, and then sales. Okay, management. So this is our title, and here I have to set its border, okay, by using bd property, and here I will use value 3, and then I can set style for border by using relief property, and here I will use a group. Okay, and next I have to set font styles. So here I will use font property. Okay, and then here I have to use tuple because I have to use more than one value for a single property. Okay, so I have to use tuple. So here I have to define family, font family. So here I will use Arial. You can use any other name, and then I have to set size, okay, of fonts. So I will set 50 for our title, and then I will set them bold. So this is style. So font style is bold, and this is family Arial, and this is size. Okay. So now this is all the text value, border, size, border style, and font. So now here I have to define its position. So where we have to set this title label. So here I will use title dot pack. Okay, so I have to pack method because I have to define a specific side of this label. Okay, so here I will use side property. Okay, so here I have to use side top. I have to set it in the top of our main screen or main window. Okay, so then here I have to use fill property to fill it in x-axis. Okay, so here I will use x. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. But first I have to define its background color. Okay, so here I will use bg property. Okay, so here I will bg property, and now I have to set a background color for this. So here you can use any background color. For example, you can use gray. Okay, and also you can use green, red, brown. But you cannot remember thousands of names for color. Okay, but you want to use different colors and multiple colors, but you do not want to remember names of these multiple colors. Then I will tell you a trick. Okay, so for this I will define another function, and by using that function we will able to use hundred or thousands of color without remembering their names. Okay, so here I have to define by using def keyword. Okay, I will set name color for this function, and here I will pass self. Okay, and then I will use R for red, G for green, and B for blue. Okay, and here I will use colon, and now it will return us, I mean this function will return us a formatting string. Okay, so this is formatting string. Now we have to use hexadecimal colors. Okay, so here I have to use this sharp sign, and then here I have to use curly brace. Okay, and here red, R for red, and then here I have to use 0 to X. Okay, and for green here I have to use G, and then 0 to X. Okay, and then again here I will use pair of curly braces, and then B, I mean blue, and then 0 to X. Okay, 0 to, not O, 0 to X. Okay, so now I have to call this function here. Okay, so I will remove this comma and also this, and now I have to call this function self.color. Okay, now you can create any combination. So here I will set 220 for red. Okay, because our first was red, and then here I will set 120 for green, and then here I will set 180 or 240. Okay, 200. Okay, for blue you can use any combination. Okay, now this is uh, three combinations, I mean three values or different colors. Now we will get a new range of color. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. So here you can see this is our background color, and this is title discount sales management. Okay, and this is a result of combination of our different color values. Okay, we can also change it. I want to show you, so I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, and here I can set 220 for green. Okay, and 120 for red. Okay, now I will save it, and then I will execute it. So now you can see our background color is changed. Okay, so in this way you can use hundred or thousands of colors. Okay, without remembering their names. So this is discount sales management. Okay, so next we have to create a frame. So I will close this and also this. So next I have to define a function. So here I will define function by using def keyword, and now we have to create a frame. So we can create this frame, or we have to create this frame here. Okay, so this is our first frame. So I can use first frame or our main frame or our option frame. You can use any name. Okay, so I will comment out it. Okay, options or sales frame. Okay, sales frame, and now here I have to create a frame. Okay, but not here. After this title I have to create it after this title. Okay, so after this title I will create this frame. Okay, so frame name I can use any frame, but first I will use comment. Okay, so this is sales frame, and now I will create frame. So here I will use any name, for example sale frame. Okay, sale frame, and now I have to create frame by using tk dot frame, because this frame is also widget of Tkinter, so we have to access it by using tk. Okay, and now I have to create it in our root window. So self dot root, and then I have to define its border. by using BD property, and I will set border 4 or 5. Okay, and then here I have to use style for border by using relief property, and here I will choose Redditch. You can use any other, but I will use Redditch. Okay, and next here I have to use background color. You can use background property or BG property. Okay, and here I will call again color function self dot color, and here I can create any combination. So here for red I will use 200. Okay, and for green I will use 220. Okay, or 240, and here for blue I will use 180. Okay, and now I have to define its position. So here I will use cell. Okay, sorry, cell frame dot place. Okay, place is used to set position, and also we can define width and height of any widget inside this place method. Okay, so here I have to define width of this frame. So now I have to get third part of total screen. Okay, even you can get half of total width of our screen, but I have to get third part of total width of our screen. Okay, so here I will get first total width of our screen that exists in our self dot width. Okay, this is our global variable that contains width of our screen. Okay, now I have to divide it by 3. Okay, so now this is third part of total screen, and then here I have to define height. Okay, and as you know that we have total height in our self dot height variable, but I have to decrease some value from total height. So here I will decrease 180 pixels from total height of our screen. Okay, and then here I have to define padding. So here I will use X for vertical padding. Okay, sorry, horizontal padding, or padding for X axis. Okay, so here I will enter value 30. Okay, or even you can use 50, and then here I will use height. Okay, sorry, Y. I have to set padding for vertical. Okay, so now I will enter value 100. Okay, so now this frame will be created in our root window. So I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you our frame. So now this is new combination of colors. Okay, you can decrease value for any color. For example, I can decrease green from this frame or color. Okay, so now I will close this, and also I will close this, and now here where were our green. So here I can use 180. Okay, so 180 for green, 180 for blue, and 200 for red. Now you can see our color will be changed. Okay, so now this is our color. So in this way you can get multiple colors. So now we will create one more frame here. Okay, for details. So I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, so now I will create new frame. So here I will use this output frame or detail frame. Okay, so this is our detail frame, detail frame, and now here I will use word get. Okay, frame, in short detail frame, and here I have to create by using tk dot frame. Okay, and then here I have to create this in our root window. So self dot root. Okay, and I will define again border by using bd property. I will use 5 size, and then here I will use relief property, and I will set style Redditch. Okay, and then here I have to use bg property, and now I will change, or background color property is also used for background color. Okay, so here I will call self dot color function. Okay, now I will define another combination. Okay, so here I will increase blue color. So 180 for red, 180 for green, and 200 for blue. Okay, so this is our background color. So next I have to define a place method for this. So detail frame. Okay, detail frame dot place, and here I have to define width of this frame. So now I will get half width of total screen. Okay, so self dot width, this is total width of screen. Now I have to get half width of total screen. So here I will divide it by 2 to get half. Okay, and then here I have to define height. So height will remain same, self dot height minus 180. Okay, and then here I have to define padding for x-axis. So here I will use, no, here this is a tricky. Okay, so first we have to get space according to size or width of our first or cell frame. Okay, so this is total size of our cell frame. So I will copy this and then here I will paste this. Okay, so here I will paste this. Okay, so now this is gap according to size of our this cell frame. Okay, and now also this cell frame is using 50 pixel padding. Okay, so here we will add 50. Okay, so now I will save it, or even I have to define y, okay, for vertical padding, and here I will use 100. Now I will save it and then I will execute it. Okay, so now you can see that we have defined uh, self width and divided by 3. Then this was this gap from here to here. Okay, then we added 50 pixels with it. So this was this gap. Okay, and now we have to set a 50 pixel gap here. Okay, between these two frames. So I will add 50 pixels more. Okay, so I will close this and also I will close this, and here I have to add 50 pixel more. So here I will use 100. Okay, and now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, now this is our frame. Okay, so I can increase width of this frame. Okay, so here I will increase 50 pixel. Okay, in width of this frame. So I will close this and also I will close this. Okay, and now here I will add 50 pixel in width. Okay, so this is width property, and this was half of total screen, and now here I will add 50. Okay, with this width. So now I will save it and then again I will show you. Okay, so now here you can see this is looking beautiful. You can adjust gaps, padding and size of these widgets according to your requirements. Okay, so now these are 2 or 3 beautiful background colors. Okay, so now we have to create a table inside this frame. Okay, here that will print details of our item. Okay, so here I will close this and also I will close this. Okay, and then here I have to create a table. So here I will define, okay, or even you can use here. Okay, so here I have to define, sorry, by using def keyword. Okay, I have to define a function. So this is a table function. So here I will use tab function. Okay, and here I will pass self as argument and next. So here I have to create a frame. So here I will create tab frame. Okay, tab frame, and I have to create this frame, sorry, tab frame, this is object, and then here I have to create this frame by using tk dot frame. Okay, and I have to create this frame in our detail frame. Okay, so if we have to use this object here, then we have to use self with it, otherwise we will face an error. I can show you without self. Okay, so detail frame, and now you can see this is an error. Okay, so if you have to use it inside any other function, then you should use self with it to make it global. Okay, so I will select it, then I will click control plus shift plus L. Okay, now all detail frames are selected, so now I can add self with them. Okay, self dot, now you can see self dot is added with this detail frame, and now our error is removed. Okay, So now here I will use comma, okay, and then here I have to use BD property, okay. BD property I will set border 3 or 4, okay, you can use any size, and then I will use relief property, and here I will set sunken, okay, sunken style, and here you can use background color, so I will use BG property, and here I will use cyan, okay. You can use any color, for example I can also use brown, but I think cyan is better, okay. And you can use also color function, and then you can combine different colors value, and then you can achieve new color, okay. So here this is cr, and next I have to place it, so here I will use tab, okay, tab frame dot place, okay. So now I have to define its width first, okay. So width, now I have to get width of this our detail frame, so I will get this width, okay. I will copy this, and then I will paste it here, okay. So now this is width of our detail frame. Now we are creating this tab frame inside our detail frame, then we can or we should decrease some width, okay, so it can adjust inside this detail frame. So here I will decrease some pixels, so I will decrease uh, 40, okay. So here I will use 10 only, okay. Here I will use 50, I was using 50, and here I am using 10. Now I have decreased 40 pixels, okay. So now here I have to define width, okay, sorry, height. So here I will use height, and here I can set height 80, okay. Sorry, no, but first I have to get height of this frame, this detail frame, okay. I will copy this, and then I will paste this here, okay. So now this is total height, and now I have to decrease this height, okay, so it can adjust inside this detail frame, okay. So here I will subtract some more pixels from total height, okay. For example, here I will use 2, okay, 260 or 80, okay. Here I will use 280, okay. Now here I will use padding, okay. So for x axis I will use 20, okay, and here for y axis I will use 80, okay. I will use sorry, for y I will use 80, okay. Now I will save it, and but first I will copy sorry, call this here, okay. So I have to call this here. So this is our tab function, okay, self.tab function, self.tab function, okay. So I have called it. Now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. So now this is our tab frame, okay. This is our detail frame, and this is our tab frame. So I have to decrease some padding for x-axis for this tab frame, okay. And here I can set a title, so here I will set a title, and then here I will decrease padding for x-axis, okay. So I will close this, and also I will close this, okay. And then here where is our padding, so here I will use 15, okay, 15. So now I have to set a label. So here I will define label, okay. So label, and sorry, label, and here I have to create label tk dot label, and I have to create it in our self dot detail frame, okay. And then here I have to set text by using text property, and I will set text details, okay, item details, okay, item details, and here our details will appear, okay, item details will appear. And then here I have to use background color by using BD property, and I will use same color as was used for here, okay. So I will copy this combination from here, and then I will paste here, okay. So this is same color for this label, and then here I can use font family. So now I have to use Arial, and then here I can also set size. I will set 30 and I will set it bold. Okay, so this is our font color, background, font style, background color, text property. Okay, so next I have to adjust it. Okay, so label dot, here I can use pack method, or also I can use grid method, or even I can use uh, place method. Okay, so here I will use pack, and here I can define side, so I will set top. Okay, and then here I have to fill it. Okay, I will use fill property, and I will fill it horizontally. Okay, so now I will save it to show you output. I will execute it. Okay, and here you can see this is detail frame, and also here we can set padding for y-axis. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, and now here, or I think we cannot use padding. Okay, x. Okay, we cannot use padding because we are using pack method. So now this is enough, and I can increase here text value. Okay, so now this is our frame, and we have to create scroll bars in our this tab frame. Okay, so here I will use X scroll. Okay, X scroll, and here I have to access scroll bar from Tkinter. Okay, scroll bar, and here I have to create this scroll bar in our tab frame. Okay, tab frame, and then here I have to define here orient method property. Okay, so orient, and then here I will assign value horizontal. Okay, and then, and also we have to set its side. So here I should use xscroll dot pack. Here I will use pack method. Okay, and now I have to define its side. Okay, so I will set it in the bottom of our frame. So here I will define bottom. Okay, and then here I will fill it in x-axis. Okay, so here I will define x. Okay, and then here I have to create one more scroll bar, that is y underscore scroll. Okay, and here I have to create tk dot scroll bar, and I have to create it in our tab frame, and then I have to use orient property, and now I will set it vertical. Okay, and now I will pack it again. Okay, by scroll, and then here I have to use dot pack to define its specific side. So here I will use side property, and now I have to set it in right side. Okay, and now I have to fill it in y-axis or vertical. Okay, so here I will use y. Okay, so now I have created this scroll bar. I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. Now these are our scroll bars. Okay, this is for bottom, and this is for right. Okay, and now I have to create here a table. Okay, that will print all information of our item. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this, and now here I have to create table. Okay, so self dot table, this is object, or you can say it global variable, but it is better to say this is object for table. Okay, so self dot table, and now I have to access from TTK. Okay, so here I have to import first TTK. Okay, so it is also part of Tkinter. So from Tkinter import TTK. Okay, so now we can use this TTK, and then here I have to use dot tree view. Okay, so in fact name of this widget is tree view in our Tkinter. Okay, but we uh, I usually use its name table. Okay, so here I have to create it in our tab frame. Okay, tab frame, and then here I have to use column property to set columns in this table. Okay, so first column is item, and as you know our second column is price. Okay, so now we have to pass more than one values for a single property. That's why here we are using tuple. Okay, so now here I have to use quantity. Okay, commas. Okay, quant, and then here I have to define column for expiry date. Okay, so these are our columns, and now we have to configure our scroll bar, uh, x scroll and y scroll with this table. Okay, so now if size of table is increasing, okay, then our scroll is also increased or will also increase. Okay, so here I will use comma, and then I will use x scroll command. Okay, so now we have to set scroll command according to width and size of this table. Okay, and here I have to use x scroll. For x scroll command we have to use this x scroll. Okay, and then we have to set it. So here I will set it. Okay, and now for vertical scroll bar, here I have to use y scroll command, and then here I will enter value y scroll, and now I have to set it. So dot set. Okay, so now I have to configure these scroll bars with this table. Okay, so here I will use x scroll dot configure, and then here I have to use command property. Okay, and then we have to configure it with this self dot table. So here I will use self dot table. Okay, and now it will show us x view. Okay, so click this x view. Okay, and then here I have to configure y scroll. Okay, and then I have to configure it. So now here I have to use command property, and also here we have to use self dot table because we have to configure with table, and now it is for y view. Okay, vertical view, and now here I have to uh, set position or pack method for this table. Okay, so now I have to configure this self dot table. Okay, table dot pack. Okay, so here I will use pack method. So now here I have to use side property, sorry, fill property. Okay, so now we have to fill it in both sides. Okay, so here I will use both property value, and then here I have to use expand property, and I will enter value. Okay, so it will be adjusted in full size. Okay, otherwise it will be printed in half size. I can show you. I will save it, and then I will execute it. Okay, so now here these are our columns, and this total is our table, and now this scroll bar is configured according to size of our table. Okay, so now you can see here, from here to here is our table. Okay, and these are columns, but here you cannot see any name because still we have to set their headings. Okay, but columns are here uh, appeared. Okay, so now what will happen if I will remove expand property? Okay, so here I will remove this expand. Okay, now I will save it, and then again I will execute it. So now here you can see this is how. So this is background color of our uh, tab frame. Okay, that was cyan, and now this is white of table. This is white color of table. So if we will use expand property, then it will be filled. Okay, so it is use of our uh, expand method. Okay, so here I have to use expand. Okay, and I will enter value 1. So now because our columns are created, but we were not able to see any name or any heading, so we have to set headings for these created columns. Okay, so now here I have to use self dot table. Okay, and dot heading. So we will use this heading method, and then here I have to use first column name, that is item. Okay, so here I have to set text for this first column. Okay, So here I am using text property, and now I can add any name. Okay, so this is item name. Okay, and in the same way we have to set another heading. Okay, sorry, for table. Okay, dot heading, and then here I have to use price. Okay, and now I have to set text property, and then here this is item price. Okay, so price, and next here I will use self dot table. Okay, dot heading, and now here I will use our third column, and here I will use text. Okay, and then I will set quantity. Okay, quantity, and then here I will use self dot table dot heading. Okay, and here I will use expiry. This is column name. Okay, these are column in our table, not in our sorry, in our this preview widget, not in our table of our database. Okay, so here, but we are setting according to names of those columns. So here you can set text property. Okay, and expiry. Okay, expiry. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it, show you headings in table. So now these are our headings, but here our first heading or first column is empty. Okay, so these are our headings, and now this is empty column, so we have to remove this. So I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, and here I will use another method, self dot table. Okay, dot, not dot, square brackets, and here show. Now you have to show only headings. Okay, headings. So the columns those have any heading, they will be appeared, and other will uh, hidden hide it. Okay, so I will save it, and then I will execute it once again, and here you can see our first empty column is hidden. Okay, and now get ready for fun. Now this is very tricky, so here we have to work in this first frame. Okay, and here we have to print item names whose expiry is near. Okay, and then we will add a button. Okay, for that item. When that button will be clicked, so uh, price and discount will be calculated. Okay, so now we have to set discounts, or we have to set discount sales for those items those are near to expire. Okay, so we have to set them not statically, dynamically. Okay, so it is very tricky, you have to understand it with complete concentration. Okay, so here I have to create one frame, sorry, function, define function. Okay, and here I have to use function, so discounts. Okay, discount, so discounts, and here I have to pass self. Okay, and then here I have to use column next. So here I have to get names or items from our database, but still we have no any item in our database. So first we will insert some items in database. So this is our table. Okay, so we have to insert some values in our table. Okay, so we have to use insert. Okay, insert into sales. Okay, and here I have to use column names. Okay, so column names are item, and then price. Okay, and then quant, and then expiry. Okay, so these are our four columns. Now I have to use values, and then we have to insert some values. Okay, so here for our first item name I will set item name. For example, I can use beauty soap. Okay, so this is string type, so here I have to use commas. Okay, so here I have to use any name, for example beauty soap. okay, or even single so okay, and here I have to set price. So its price is integer type. So here I have not to use commas. So here I will set 20. Okay, and then here I have to set quantity. I have 5 quantities, and now I have to set expiry date. Okay, so here I will use uh, for first year. Okay, I will use 224. Okay, and then here I will use month. Okay, so 10th month and 20 date. Okay, I have to use a hyphen and then 20 date. Okay, so now I have to use here column. So now you can see our error is removed, and now I will select this and then I will execute this. Okay, I have problem. So incorrect date value 1994. We are using this. I think I have to use comma. Okay, so here in the start I will use comma, and also in the end I have to use comma. Okay, so now I will select this. Okay, and then I will execute this. So now, and this is successfully inserted. Okay, now our first row is inserted successfully. So now I will change here name of item. Okay, so this should any other thing, for example lipstick. Okay, lipstick I can use in short. Okay, so this is lipstick, and here I will set expiry. Here I will use 11th month. Okay, and then 10 date. Okay, 2024 11th month, and here date is 10. Okay, so I will select this and then I will execute this. Okay, and now our second row is also inserted. Okay, so here I can also change item name. Okay, so here I can use shampoo. Okay, shampoo. So now here I can change expiry date. So now here I will use 2025. Okay, and here I will use another month. For example, I can use third month and 10th date. Okay, so I will select this. Okay, and then I will execute. Okay, it is executed. So now I will insert one more item. Okay, so I will change this shampoo. Okay, and here I have to change or I can add any item. So this is superstore, so even you can add any other item like butter, tea, and sugar. Okay, for example here I can use tea. Okay, tea, and then here I will use 2024, and here I will add 10th month. Okay, or even I can add ninth month. Okay, okay, ninth month, and then here I will add 30 date. Okay, 30 date. Okay, for tea. So I will select this and then I will execute this. So also this is inserted successfully. Now I can add one more item. Okay, so here I will use, this was our tea. We have also added, now I can use butter. Okay, butter or bread. So here I will use bread, and for this I will use 10th month. Okay, 10th month, and here I will use this was 10th month, and I can add that date second. Okay, so second date of 10th month 2024. So I will select this and then I will execute this. Okay, so now I have inserted 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 items. Okay, I think these are enough, and now I will go back. So here I have to define a function to connect with database. So here I will define another function by using def keyword. Okay, so for database db, and here I have to use self. So this should db function. Okay, db function, and here I have to use colon. Now I have to connect with database. So self dot con, this is object for our connection. Okay, so this is global. That's why I am using here self. So now I have to connect with database by using py mysql. But here you can see this is an error. So if you have installed mysql, then you have to import py, okay, mysql. So if you have still error, then you have to open this terminal, okay, and then new terminal, and then here you have to execute a command, that is pip, okay, pip install, and here you have to use py mysql, okay, py mysql, then you will click enter key. So in this way your mysql will be configured with python, okay, or your py mysql will be installed, then you will able to use it, okay. So I have installed it, so py mysql, and here now I can use this, okay. So py mysql error is removed. Now I have to connect with database by using connect method. So here I have to pass some arguments, like first is host, and now by default our host is localhost, okay, and then here I have to use user property, and root is our by default user, and then here you have to use password property and enter your password, okay, and then here I have to enter uh, your database name. So database name, database property, and database name is record, okay. So now I have to access cursor, so self dot cursor, this is also global. No, self dot connection dot cursor, now we have to access cursor, okay. So now we can use this function that is used to connect or create connection with database, okay. So now here this is our discounts function. So inside this discount function, first I have to use try block, okay, and then here I have to use accept block. This is very useful, okay. So if you have any error from database or from Python or from Tkinter, then you can easily understand that what is the problem. If you are not using this try and accept block, then it will very difficult to find some problems, okay. So here accept exception as e, okay, and here I will use tk, but first I have to import message box, because we have to use message box, okay. So from tkinter import message box, okay. So after this message box, here you can use, okay. So now I can use message box pk dot message box dot show error, okay. So now here I have to use title error, and here I will use formatting string, and as you know that it can contain string and also variable value. So here I will use once again error, okay, and then here I will use variable e that contains error from database or from python or from tkinter, okay. If everything is fine, so then here we have to connect with database. So I will call self dot database function, and here I will use parentheses, and now I have to execute a query. So self dot cursor, okay, dot execute. So here I will use execute method. So now I have to execute a method, okay, sorry, query. So here we have to select, so we can select all, and also we can select our needed columns, okay. So our needed columns are item name, okay, I think everything is needed, okay. So I will select all. So I will select all from name is sales, okay. Table name is sales. So we have to select all from sales. So now we have to get this information or data in our local variable. Okay, so here I have declared variable with name data. So self dot cursor, okay, dot fetch all. Now this method will use to fetch all information or retrieve all information from our table that exists in our database. Okay, so now here I have to assign every function, every value to different or separate variables. Okay, so for this I will use for loop, or even, yes, for loop is better. So here I will use for, and here I will declare some variables. Okay, so here I will use first variable that will get, so first column was item. Okay, so here I will use item. So now this is our local variable. So for column we will get, uh, this is item. Okay, so we will get item. So here you can see first is our item. Okay, so you will get item, and then we will assign this item to this variable item. Okay, or even I can define here item variable to escape you from any confusion. Okay, so here item variable, and we will assign item to this variable, and then I have to get price. Okay, so price variable. Okay, and comma, and now I will define quantity. Okay, quant variable, and then here I have to get also expiry. Okay, so expiry variable. Okay, in, now I have to use data. Okay, so all information retrieved from database is in our data. Okay, now we are assigning value of every column to separate variable. Okay, for example, in first column we have item name. So this variable will carry name of item. Okay, second column contains price, so this variable will carry price, and this will carry quantity, and this will carry expiry date. Okay, so now I will go next, and now I have to check that quantity is greater than 5. Okay, and expiry date is greater than, uh, I can set any condition. Okay, so first here I have to get 2 days date. Okay, so here I will use today. Okay, and here I will get today, or this time. Okay, so here I will use date time, but first I have to import it. Okay, so here I will import from date time, import date time. Okay, so to handle date and time you have to include this date time. Okay, so here we were working. Okay, try block, and here. Okay, so before our for loop, here I am using today, I am getting today. Okay, and here I will use dot now. Okay, and then we have to get date only. Okay, otherwise if you are not using this dot date, then it will return us date with time. Okay, but we have to get only date. Okay, so here it will return us today's date, and we will assign this date to this variable. Okay, so here I have to set condition. So here, okay, I have to set condition that if, okay, if, so first I have to check quantity. Okay, if quant variable is greater than 0. Okay, I mean that it should contain any value. Otherwise, we cannot set any discount sale for this item. Okay, so if quant variable is greater than 0, and here I have to get total days. If total days from expiry. Okay, for example, our item will be expired after 60 days. Okay, now days are greater than 60, then everything is fine. Otherwise, they are equal to 60 or less than 60, then we will set discount sale for their specific item. Okay, and if days are equal to or less than 30, then we will set another percentage for that item. Okay, so here I will use if quantity variable, but first we have to get total days. Okay, so here we will get days. Okay, days, remaining days or expiry date. Okay, so here I am declaring variable with name dates. Okay, so here I have to use uh, expiry that exists in our expire variable. Okay, expiry variable that contains expiry date of item in our database. Okay, and we have to subtract today's date. Okay, so we will subtract today, and now we have to get value in days. Okay, so here I will use dot days. Okay, so it will return us total dates. Okay, so here we can set condition that if quantity of variable is greater than 0, and we are setting second condition that if days, okay, is less than equal to 60. Okay, and here I have to set another condition that and days is greater than, okay, 30. Okay, now we are calculating a discount for this item that if days are greater than 30 and equal to or less than 60, then we have to set 5% discount. And if days are less than or equal to 30, then we have to set discount 10% discount. Okay, to sell that item. Okay, so we want to escape from expiry this item, then we have to sell it quickly. Okay, so for selling quickly we have to set discount sales. Okay, so here I have to use here, or even I have to calculate percentage. Okay, so for this condition that if days are greater than 30 and less than 60, then we have to set 5%. Okay, so here percent 5, and then here I will use, so here I have to calculate 5%. Okay, so here I will use parenthesis 5 divided by 100, and we will multiply it with price of item that exists in our item price item. Okay, price variable. Okay, and then here we have to subtract this percentage from price, total price. Okay, so here I will use percentage, okay, not discount. Okay, or self dot discount, because we have to use this variable inside other variable, sorry, function. Okay, so self dot discount, and here I will use. Okay, so now I have to calculate discount, so I will get total price. Okay, price variable, and here I will subtract it. Okay, and I have to subtract percentage 5. Okay, so we will subtract 5% from total price. Okay, now we have to print total discount. Okay, so for this I will use label. Okay, label, and here I have to create label tk dot label, and we will create it inside our frame. That is, frame name was our first frame. So where is our first frame, whose name is sale frame? Okay, here I have to use self with this, because I have to use it inside different functions. Okay, so I have selected sale frame. Now I will click control plus shift plus L to select all this self frame. Okay, so here I have to use or add self with it. Okay, self dot. So now here I have to use this self name was our sale frame. Okay, so here I have to use sale frame. Okay, so now we have to create this label. Okay, in sale frame. So self dot sale frame. Okay, and we have to set text. So now here sorry, text property, and now concentrate on this. Okay, text, we have to print that item or name of that item which is near to expire. Okay, and or whose expiry is under 60 days. Okay, and greater than 30 days. So here we have to print names dynamically. Okay, so I will use formatting string. Okay, and here I will use this f. Okay, and now here I have to print name of variable. Okay, so discount. Okay, discount for, now I have to print name of item. Okay, discount for, so here I will print name of item that exists in item variable. Okay, so a discount for item, and item name is, or even I can write it as. Okay, and now I have to set here discount that exists in our uh, this where is our self dot discount. Okay, or 5%. Okay, so we will print 5%. Okay, so here I will use percent. Okay, or even I can remove this, and here I will use 5%. Okay, 5%, and here I will use is. Okay, is 5%. So discount for item name is 5%. Okay, so now I have to add a button. First I have to set its layout. Okay, so label dot grid, I will use grid layout, and I have to create it in our first row and first column. Okay, and then I have to set padding. For horizontal padding I will enter value 20, and for vertical padding, pad y, I will set enter value uh, 20 or 30. Okay, or even 40. So now this is layout, and here this is our label. But what will happen? This is a single label. Okay, but we have to create multiple labels. So for first item, we are creating this label with name LBN. But we have to print multiple items. For example, we have 5 items whose expiry is near to expire. Okay, so we have to print 5 item names. Okay, but we cannot use single widget for every, or this single object for every label. Okay, so we have to uh, change its name. Okay, so here I will declare variable. Okay, here out of the for loop, here I will declare variable with name val. Okay, and I will assign it 0. Okay, so now here I have to update value of v in for loop. So here I will use v, sorry, val. Okay, val, and now I will assign val plus 1. Okay, so here I will use here. Okay, I will use val. So now for every label, name is unique. Okay, previous name was not unique. Now names are unique. Okay, so in first iteration, name of variable, this label will val label 1, and in second label 2, and in third label 3. Okay, and also we have to use self dot with label name. Okay, self dot. Okay, so now I want to explain once again to save you from any confusion. Okay, so here this is our val variable that is still 0. Okay, and in first iteration its value will 1. Okay, so here now we are creating a unique name for every label for different items. Okay, so in first iteration, for first item, label name is label self dot label 1. In second iteration, name will be as self dot label 2, and for third item, name will self dot label dot third. Okay, so label 3. And in the same way, we have to create a button in the front of every label. Okay, so here we have to create button. So here self dot button btn, and also here I have to use val. Okay, so in first iteration or for first item, name of button is button 1, for second item button 2, for third item button 3. Okay, so now these buttons or names of buttons are unique. Okay, and here we have to create button tk dot button. So I hope it is very easy and simple to understand. If you have any confusion, then you can reverse video and then you can see or watch it again. Okay, so tk dot button, and now I have to create this button in our cell frame, self dot cell frame. Okay, cell frame, and here I have to set text. Okay, and I will set text purchase. Okay, purchase. And if when a user or customer will click this purchase button, then specific item will be purchased. Okay, for that customer. Okay, so now this is purchase button, so it will be clear when I will execute the project to show you output. Okay, so this is text, and here I can set style for this button. For example, I can set width. Okay, so I will set with 8. Okay, and here I can set border by using bd property. Okay, and here I will set border 2, and I will set relief property. Okay, for style, so I will use raised. Okay, so this is border styles, and also I can use font. Okay, and now here I can use Arial font family. I can set 15 size, and I can set it bold. Okay, so now this is our first button. Okay, and now self dot button. Okay, button val, button val, and we have to set grid layout. Okay, and we have to create it in our. Okay, now you have to understand one more thing. Okay, so in every iteration we have to change row number. In first iteration we have to print our first item in first row, and in second iteration we have to print our item in second row. Okay, so here I have to pass val variable. Okay, val variable for value of this row property, and also here I have to use row property. Okay, because we are using grid, and here I will use val. Okay, and then column number will remain same, column, and here I will use second column for button. Okay, and then pad x. Okay, pad x I will assign value 10, and for pad y I will use value 40. Okay, 40. Now we are creating only single button here in for loop, but it will create more than one button if we have more than one item whose expiry is near. Okay, so now it will create these buttons and these labels. Okay, so this is our discounts, and now we have to call this discount function here. Where is our sale frame? Okay, sale frame. I have to search this sale frame, and here I will call this function. Okay, so name is self dot discount discounts. Okay, and here I will pass self. Sorry, not self, because I am calling function. Okay, now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, so I have an error. This is discount class. Okay, object has no attribute label. Okay, I got it. What is the problem? I will click OK, and also I will close this and then close this. Okay, so now I have to declare a list for this label and button. Okay, we have to use this self dot label multiple times. Okay, for first time in first iteration, second term, in second iteration. Okay, so this should list. Okay, so here I will declare global list. Okay, so this is global for only this discount function. Okay, so here I will declare a list. Okay, so here I will use self dot label. Okay, and then here I will use list. Okay, and also for button, self dot button. Okay, and I will create list. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will again execute it. Okay, now here you can see our error is removed. Okay, so this is our discount for lipstick is 5%. Now this lipstick is the item whose expiry is greater than 30 days and less than 50 days. We can also see it in our database. I will open a workbench and here I will execute query, select, okay, all from sales. Okay, so I will execute this query, but here I will use colon, semicolon, and now I will select this and then I will execute query. So here you can see lipstick is 11th month. Okay, so 11th month, then it can be total days. For example, 3 days are from this month. Okay, and then 30 days of next 10th month. Okay, so these are 33 and 10 again from 11th month. Okay, so this is 53. Okay, so now this is less than 60 but greater than 30. Okay, so this is the single item whose percentage should or discount percentage should 5%. Okay, and I will minimize it, and now this is perfect, but we should increase this font size, and also we can remove this background color. Okay, for label. So I will close this and also I will close this. Okay, and now here where is our label? Okay, so here in label I have to use font style property. Okay, so here I will use font. Okay, font, and here I will use Arial, sorry, in commas Arial, and then I will set 20 and then I will set bold. Okay, so I have to change background color, so I will use same background color that was used for our cell frame. Okay, so here I will use bg property. Okay, and here I will enter same value that was used here. Where is our cell frame? Okay, and now I will copy this background color value. Okay, and now I will paste it here. Okay, where is our label? Okay, here I will paste, and now I will save it and then I will execute it once again. Okay, so now its size is very large and that's why our button is out of the frame. Okay, so we can decrease this size. Okay, discount for lipstick is 5%, and if you have to purchase it then you will click this purchase button, but I have to decrease font size, so I will close this and also I will close this, and here I will set font 10. Okay, so here I will set 10. Now this is fine, and now I have to set next condition. Okay, L if, okay, so this is if greater than uh, 30 and less than 60, and now we have to set condition that if, okay, quant variable is greater than 0, and now I have to set that days, okay, are less than 30. Okay, less than 30 and greater than sorry, here I have to use days, not data. Okay, days less than 30 and days greater than 0. That means that still it is not expired. Okay, okay, here I have to use 0. Okay, so if total days are less than 30 but greater than 0, so it means that it is not expired yet. So here I can set discount sales for this. Okay, So for this I will go next. Okay, and now I have to uh, calculate 10%. Okay, so here I will use percent 10. Okay, and now I have to calculate 10%. So here 5, okay, divided by, sorry, 10, okay, divided by 100 and multiplied by price. Okay, price variable that contains price gotten from our database. Okay, so now I have to calculate discount. So here I will use self, okay, dot discount 2. So that was discount and this is discount 2, and here I have to distract this percentage from total price. Okay, so variable, sorry, price variable, okay, and minus percent 10. Okay, so this is 10% and it will be subtract from total price, and we will assign this value to discount 2. Okay, and now here I have to use again val, okay, and I have to update its value val plus 1. Okay, so now here this is percentage calculation. Now I have to create label again. Okay, so here I will use self, or even I can use same label. Okay, but with uh, sorry, separate text value. Okay, self dot, so this is label. Okay, label, and here I will use tk dot label, and now I will copy all these values from here. Okay, I will copy all these values, and then I will copy first, and now I will paste them here. Okay, and then again here I will use self, but here I have to use number. Okay, val, and here I have to use self dot label, okay, dot value or val. Okay, and also here I have to use val. Okay, and now here I have to use again, or even I can copy all this process. Okay, here I will use dot grid. Okay, and now I can copy all these values from here. Okay, and then I will paste them here. Okay, and now only I have to change this. Okay, now I have to set 10%. Okay, so here I will use 10%. So now here this is enough. Now I will copy this button from here. Okay, and then I will paste this here. Okay, sorry, on next line, sorry, next column. Okay, here I will paste it, so I can set a gap between these two widgets. Okay, so now here I have an error. Here I have not to use dot. Okay, so now uh, process is same, but condition is changed. Okay, so here condition is that our expiry should greater than 0 and less than 30. Okay, so everything is fine, and now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. And now here you can see, so discount 10% for soap. Okay, is 10%, so I will purchase this. If I have to purchase this lipstick, okay, so I can purchase this by clicking this button, and discount 40, I can click this purchase button, and also for bread is 10%. Okay, so I can purchase this button. Okay, so now these are our total discounts. Okay, so these are our discounts. I should increase some size for this label. Okay, and now when a customer or user will click purchase button, okay, then we have to perform some other calculation. For example, we have to update quantity in our database for that specific item. Okay, so now when this button will be clicked, so this will pass a value. Okay, and on the behalf of that value we have to uh, make some calculations, I can show you, so it will easy to understand when we are performing that calculations. Okay, I will close this, and also I will close this. Only I have to change font size. So this is our first. Okay, here I will use 15. Okay, 15, and also here I will use 15. Okay, so now I will go next, and here I have to do one more thing. I have to configure this button. Okay, so here I will go next, and here I have to configure this button. Okay, so how can we configure? Self dot button. Okay, val. Now button, for example, it is first iteration and it is our first item. So now this is our button 1. For second item this will button 2, and for third item this will button 3. Okay, and it will fire or pass value according to item number. Okay, for example, item number is 3, so it will uh, pass value according to that item information. For example, we have to get name by using this button. Then it will return us the same name that is appeared or created in front of this button. Okay, if this is third button, or if this is one button. Okay, so we can test it after completing this code. Okay, now we have to configure it. So self dot button val dot configure. Okay, configure, and here I have to configure command property only. Okay, command. Okay, so now here I have to use lambda. What is lambda? Lambda is used to pass a value. So lambda, and here we will create any value. So I can use value, or if we have to pass name, so here I will use name. Okay, and here I have to pass a name. For example, I have to pass name of this item. Okay, so I will pass self dot what is name of item, or it exists in our item variable. Okay, so here I have to pass item. Okay, item where. Okay, and then here I have to use colon. Okay, column. So now we have to pass this value in a function, but still we have not created a function for this. Okay, so here I have to define a function by using def keyword. Okay, so it will accept value or it will retrieve value. Okay, so I can use accept. Okay, val, and here I will use self, and then value, because it have to accept value. Okay, so accept value. Now here where is our button? Okay, so here I have to use self. Okay, self dot accept, accept val. Okay, and here I have to pass name. Okay, this is the name. Okay, now everything is fine. So when this button will be clicked, then it will pass a value that is name. You can pass any value. For example, here I can pass price of item, but I have to pass name of that item that is used for customer, or which is required by customer. Okay, so here I will pass this name. Okay, and then here I have to pass this value in our function. Okay, so that is accept val function. So here we have just created this. Okay, yes, this is here, but I have to change column number of this uh, statement. Okay, so now here I have to pass value. Okay, so for example, this is lipstick. So now we have to get information of lipstick from database. Okay, so here I will use try block. Okay, to catch any exception from database or Python or Tkinter. So here I will use except. Okay, exception as e, and here I will copy this code from here. Okay, and then I will paste it here. Okay, so by using this method we can catch any exception. Okay, and in try block here I have to get this value. So first I have to connect with database self.db function. Okay, and then I have to execute a query. Okay, so this is self.cursor.execute. Okay, and now we have to execute query that select. Okay, all from table name was sales where. Okay, where item is equal. So now here I have to use placeholder, and here I will pass value variable that contains name of uh, item. Okay, so here I have to use comma, and then I will pass here value. Okay, so now this value will be passed here. Okay, okay, so now I have to print all information of this item, but first we have to update quantity of this item. Okay, so here after selecting information of this item, or even we can, but first we should uh, get only quantity. Okay, not all, we have to get only quantity. Okay, select quantity from sales where item is equal placeholder, and this placeholder will be replaced with actual value, and now we are getting this value from this button. Okay, from this button, that is button and every number for button. Okay, so now here I have to update quantity of this specific item. Okay, so here I have to get this item or quantity of this item in a variable. Okay, so here I will use quant, and now I have to get this. Okay, self dot cursor dot fetch one. Okay, so now we will fetch one item and we have to update it. Okay, so now new quant, and now we have to use quantity. Okay, quantity and first index of quantity, and we have to subtract one item from total quantity. Okay, and now we have to insert it again in our database. Okay, so here I will use self dot cursor. Okay, dot execute. Okay, execute, and here I have to update. Okay, we have to update our sales. Okay, sales uh, database, and we have to set. Okay, set quant. Okay, set quant, and we have to assign new value. So first here I have to use placeholder, and then I have to set filter by using where clause where item is equal, and also here I have to use placeholder. Okay, and here I will assign two values in tuple. Okay, first is a new quantity because we have to update it. Okay, so now we have new quantity in this new quant variable. Okay, so here I will pass new quant. Okay, new quant, and then uh, other for other placeholder we have to use this value. Okay, value. So now, for example, we have to update quantity of our lipstick. Then we can say update sales and set quantity column, and new value is 4. Okay, previous was 5, and now we are subtracting 1 from total quantity in database. Okay, so quant and set 4 where item name is equal lipstick. Okay, and now we have to commit it. So here I will use self dot connection dot commit. Okay, and next I have to retrieve information of this specific item, and we have to insert name or information of this item in our table. Okay, so here I will use again self dot, so cursor, we have to use again cursor, self dot cursor dot execute. Okay, and now I have to run another query, select. Okay, all from sales where. Okay, where item is equal placeholder, and now we have to replace this placeholder with value. Okay, so if you have to pass more than one value, then you have to use tuple. Otherwise you can use simple variable name, okay, without using any tuple. So now I have to fetch this value in a row variable or any local variable. Okay, so I will declare row, and here I have to fetch self.cursor.fetch1. Okay, because it will return us single row. Okay, so now we have to insert this in our table. So here I will call function self.tab function that contains table. Okay, so now here I have to delete previous information if exist in this table, self.table. Okay, and here I have to sorry, call delete method. Okay, dot delete, and I have to delete all children of this table. Okay, self delete all self dot table. Okay, and then I have to get all children, get children, and it will return us all information or values in our table, and we will delete them. Okay, now we have to insert new values. Okay, so self dot table dot insert. Okay, and here I have to insert first empty, and then I have to get, if we have inserted three rows, so this is our iteration. If we have to insert more than one row, then we have to use for loop. Okay, so then we can use tk dot end. Okay, so it will return us existing values or end of existing value, and then after and we can insert our new value that exists in our uh, row. Okay, so it will be inserted in our table. Okay, so now we have to close the connection with database. So self dot close, sorry, connection dot close. Okay, dot close. So now we will see that what will happen. But remember, sorry, this was accept val. Okay, so here also we are using accept val, and remember that we are using this for only such items whose expiry is greater than 30 and less than uh, 60. Okay, not for other condition. We have to get value from this also, but later. Okay, so I will save it and then I will execute it. Okay, so now I can purchase only item that is with 5% discount. Okay, for lipstick is 5%. I will click purchase button, and error, you have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponds to your MySQL server version for the right syntax to use near select quant. Okay, I have any problem. This is syntax error. I will see. Okay, I will close this, and also I will close this, and now I will see that what is the problem here. Okay, so this was our syntax error. So here this is our first last query, select all from sales. This is correct. Okay, update sales, use quant, where item. Okay, this is also fine, and select, sorry, select. Okay, here this is syntax error. Okay, so this is benefit of using this try and accept block. Otherwise we are not able to understand the problem, that what is the issue. So now we will save it, and then we will execute it to show you output. And here I will click purchase button, and now here you can see lipstick, and now quantity is 4, and expiry is this. Okay, so here you can see this was our purchase button that is working, but still we have to show a message box that your purchasing is successful and extra. Okay, and then we have to make functional these other conditions. Okay, so I will close this and then close this. Okay, and here I have to print message. Okay, when we are inserting values in database, So sorry, in table. Then first we have to print message. Okay, here. So self, okay, sorry, not self, tk, okay, tk dot message box, okay, and here we can use message box dot show info, okay, show info, and here we have to show value. First I have to set title success, and then here I will use formatting string, okay, that you have purchased, okay, you have purchased, and now we have to print item name, okay. So here I will print value you have purchased item on, here I have to print because this is from our 5% discount, okay. So for on 5% discount, okay, discount. So we can also print a message for total bill, okay, and here I can say, so I can use here and for new line, okay. So here I will write another line that next is now pay, and here we have to use variable that contains a new price, okay, discounted price. So this is in our variable, here we can see. So this is in our self dot discount, okay, discount 1, not discount 2. Here we have to use discount 1, okay. So here now pay discount, sorry, self, okay, dot discount, okay. Now this is discount, okay, and then here I have to print instead, okay, instead of. So here I have to print previous or actual price. So here I have to use variable. So here I can see that contains previous value, okay. So here I will search uh, price variable, okay. So this is price variable. So now I have to use this price variable that contains price of item or actual price of item, okay. So here I have to use this inside other function. So here I have to select it, control plus shift plus L, and now I have to add self with it, okay, self dot. So now here I will use this variable, okay. So where were we working? So now here, okay. So you have purchased value, so this is item name on 5% discount now. So after this will be started new line, okay. So now pay, this is discounted price instead of. So here I have to use this variable, okay, self dot price variable, okay. So now this message will be printed when we will buy any item, okay. So I will save it and then I will execute it, okay. So here I will purchase this. I have set them again 5 quantities for each item, okay. So here I will purchase one again. So you have purchased, okay, lipstick on 5% discount. Now pay 19 instead of 20, okay. So now this is on new line, okay. So when I will click ok, so here you can see quantities are 4, okay. Still we have to sell 4 items with this lipstick name to escape from expiry of this item. So I will close this, and now I have to make functional these buttons, okay. Still these are not working, so I have to make them functional. I will close this and also this, okay. So now I have to configure our second button, but first, sorry, button in second condition, okay. So here this was accept well. So now I will declare another function. So here I will use def keyword, def, okay, sorry, def, okay, accept, okay, val 2, and here I will use self, and now here I will use colon. So now I will go in second condition, that if quantity is greater than 0, okay, and days less than however 30 and days are greater than 0. Okay, so this is condition. Okay, so quantity should greater than 0 and days should greater than 0 and less than 30. So here I will make it configure. So I will go next, and here I will configure it. Okay, self dot button. Okay, and here button number val. Okay, and then here I have to configure it, configure, and then here I have to use command property. Okay, command, sorry, and then here I have to set command, but first I will use lambda, that is used to pass a value. Okay, so now I have to pass value. Here I will use name. Okay, and then I will get name, that is in our uh, item variable. Okay, item var. Okay, so now we have to pass this value in function. So function name is self dot accept val2. Okay, and here I will pass argument this name. So next I will work in next function. Okay, so this is our accept val2. I will go next. So here I have done all this already, so I will copy this, and then I have to make some minor changes. Okay, I will tell you. So I will copy this from try to exception. Okay, I will copy this and then I will paste it here in accept val2. I will paste it. Okay, now I have to make minor changes. So here first I have to use second argument. Okay, value, you can use any other name instead of value. No, these values are accurate. Okay, and here I have to make some changes. Okay, so you have purchased. Okay, item name on. Now we have to set 10% discount. Okay, and here I have to use self dot discount 2. As you know that we have this discount 2 here in our second condition if days are less than 30. Okay, now we have to sell this item quickly, that's why we are increasing discount for the second condition. Okay, and here we are calculating 10% discount and assigning value to this variable self dot dis2. Okay, so I have used this here. Okay, now only you have to make these two changes here, percentage, and then here variable that contains discount. Okay, so now other everything will remain same. So I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, so now I will click this lipstick once again. Lipstick, you have purchased lipstick on 5% discount. Now pay 19 instead of 20. I will click OK. So here remaining quantity is 3. Okay, and then I can purchase here. So I will click OK. So now you have purchased soap on 10% discount. Okay, price was 20%, sorry, 20 rupees, and discount is 10%. Now payable is 18 out of 20. Okay, I will click OK. Now I will purchase this item. Okay, now you have purchased tea on 10% discount. Now pay 18 instead of 20. Okay, now this is also for okay tea, and here I can purchase bread. Okay, so bread is also for 18 rupees after 10% discount. I will click OK. Okay, so now what will happen if quantity is equal to 0? I mean that quantity is not in stock. So here I will purchase this once again. Okay, so now here I have to pay 19, and for these three we have to pay 18 because here discount is 5%, and here discount is 10%. That's why here we have to pay here 19, and on 10% discount we have to pay 18. I will click OK. Now quantity is 2. I will click again purchase button. Now again quantity is 1, and I will click on this again. Okay, now quantity is 0, but still it is here. So what will happen if I try click this once again, but we are purchasing this one, although our quantity is not available. Then how can we purchase this item? I will click OK, and now this is -1. So we have any logical problem. I will close this, and also I will close this, and then here I have to see in our discount function. Okay, so here problem is in our this condition, if quantity is greater than 0. Okay, so we can skip it. So uh, if I want to execute it once again, then I hope this quantity, this lipstick will not appear. Okay, I am sure this will not appear. So then I will tell you the reason that why was that appearing before. So I will execute it, and now as expected, our lipstick is removed from here because our project was in execution. Okay, after first execution. So this was this function was called once, and to update this value, we have to call it again and again. Okay, so but what will happen if we do not want to execute the project again and again? Then what will happen? So then we will face this problem. So how can we escape from this problem? Why in single execution? Okay, so I will remove this from here. Okay, I will remove this from here. Okay, and I will set it in next column. Okay, here. So now I have removed, and also I have to remove it from here. Okay, so I will remove this also. Okay, so now I can set here another if condition. Okay, so now here I can use if condition. Okay, after this, inside the for loop, I have to set condition that if, okay, if item, okay, sorry, quant var, quant variable, okay, is less than or equal to 0, then continue. I mean, we have to skip it. Okay, continue, and then here we will start next process. Okay, so now here we are simply adding this statement. Okay, if quantity variable is less than or equal to 0, then continue. I mean, we have to skip this specific item. Okay, so now I will save it, or even I can say that we have to skip this complete iteration. Okay, so now I will execute it once again, and now I will purchase this soap again and again. Okay, until its quantity is not 0. Okay, so I will purchase it. I will click OK. Now it is 3. I will purchase it again, and now this is 2. I will purchase it, and now again OK. Now it is only 1. Now I will purchase it. OK. So now I have to click it once again. So here what will happen? So still we have this problem. So when I will execute this project again, then it will remove from here. Okay, so still it is here. So I have to check that how can we handle this problem. This trick did not work. So now I can do one more thing. Okay, so I can delete it permanently from database. Okay, so here I will use uh, first I have called, okay, I have called db function, and now here I have to execute a query. Okay, self dot cursor dot execute. So now we are going to delete it from database. Okay, when its quantity is equal 0. Okay, so here select, okay, sorry, not select, we have to delete. Okay, delete from. So here I have to delete it from sales table. Okay, where sorry, where name, sorry, item is equal placeholder, and here I have to use a placeholder that is item variable. Okay, item variable. So this will be replaced, okay, with value of this variable. Okay, so delete from sales where item, and item is here. Okay, so now I will save it, and then again I will execute it. So now we have only two items. So now I will try to purchase it once again, but first I will show you that have we those two items in our database or not. So here I will use the select all from sales table. Okay, so I will execute it. So now still they exist. Okay, or sorry, I have to comment them. Sorry, here I have to commit them. So here now I have to use self dot connection. Okay, dot commit. Now it will be deleted from database. Okay, so I will close this and now I will save it. Okay, and then execute. So now here we have two items. Okay, and we will see. Okay, first here I will click purchase. Okay, so we have purchased this item whose name is T. Okay, now remaining is 3, and I will see in database that our previous these two items are deleted or not. I will execute it. Okay, now those two items are deleted. Okay, so now I will minimize it, and here I will purchase the same item again. Okay, now these are 2 and I will purchase it once again. So these are again 2 and again I will purchase it. Okay, so now this is 0. So I will click again purchase. So now let's see, it is still in minus, but it should delete it. Okay, so here I will close this and then I will close this. So we are trying uh, our new tricks, but still we are not succeeded. So I will say again. So we tried to use this method here. Okay, here we tried to delete this item from database, and in this way we were hoping that it will be deleted also from our discount list, but this trick was not useful. Okay, so I will remove this code from here. Okay, so I will remove this from here. Okay, and then here, sorry, I have any problem, I think. So okay, I will remove it from here. So now let us see what will happen. Okay, so now here I will remove these empty lines. These are so much empty lines. Okay, so now I will try one more thing. This trick will be useful. And now here I have to remove this value from here. Okay, so we will use this val only for row number. Okay, but from here I will remove this, and now I will use item name. Okay, for example, here we were creating in first iteration self.label1, in second iteration self.label2, but now we will use name of our item. For example, in first iteration we have T, so here I will use here self dot label T. Okay, and if it is soap, then it will be as self dot label soap. Okay, so in this way name of this widget will be unique for every item. Okay, so now I will remove this from here. So I will select this whole. Okay, and I will click control plus shift plus L. Now here I will remove this from here. Okay, I will remove this val, and here I will use item var or item variable that contains variables and sorry, item name. Okay, so now I will select this button, and again I will click control plus shift plus L. Okay, and here I will use, okay, so I will remove this from here, and here I will use item variable. Okay, so now we are using item variable for with every widget. Okay, so now button will also carry name of item with it. Okay, and also label will contain name of item with it. Okay, so now here I will go inside our accept val function. So this was called here. Okay, when we were passing our value here. Okay, in button configurations. So now I have to go inside this function. Okay, so here we are updating, trying to update quantity, and here we are uh, executing our query to update quantity in database. Okay, so now we will use this new quant to check that if this is or value of this variable is 0 or not. Okay, so here, okay, I will set another condition. Okay, so here I will use condition that if, okay, if a name was new quant, okay, if new quant is less than equal to 0, okay, then we will go inside this function, and here we have to check that if, okay, now we are checking that if new quantity, or in fact this is quantity after purchasing item. Now if it is equal 0, then inside this if condition we have to use another if, that is nested if. Okay, if now we have to use name of item. Okay, because here we were using item variable that contains name of item, and here we were assigning, okay, here we were using this name as a parameter. Okay, so we are getting this here in form of this value, and also here this value contains item name. Okay, so now I have to check that. So where were we working? So here if value, okay, in, now I have to check if value in self dot label. So this is our list. Now we are checking that if this item name, for example, item name was T. So we have to check that if T exists in this label, then we have to delete this. Okay, if new quant is equal to 0. Otherwise, we will not delete this. Okay, so now here I can add one more condition, that and. Okay, so value in self dot button. Okay, so also we have to check that this label contains this item name or not, and also we have to check that this button also contain this item name or not. Okay, if this contain, then we have to destroy this item. Okay, or this whole uh, label and button. So here we will remove this from discount list. So here I will use self, okay, dot label, and here I will use value. Now this is name of item, and this is the same name that will be used here in this iteration. Okay, for example, this is second iteration, and here for second iteration name was soap. Okay, and now its value is 0. Okay, then here it will also show. Okay, so now here we have to check, sorry, we have to destroy this widget. Okay, dot destroy, and now also I have to destroy this button. So self dot label, okay, sorry, not label, button, and here I have to use value. In fact, this is name of item, and here I have to destroy it too. Okay, destroy. So now I have to print message that your item is no more available. Okay, and it is deleted. So like this we can create any message box. Okay, message box dot show info. Okay, now we have to set the title success. Okay, and here I will use formatting string. Okay, and here I have to use because this is formatting string. Now we can use string and variable. Okay, so now I will use that item. Here I have to use variable. Okay, so that is value. Okay, value is no more available, no more available for discount. Okay, for discount. Okay, here this message will be printed if its quantity is 0 now. Okay, and now we are destroying this widget also, and then this message will be printed, and we have to do this trick also in another thing, in another function. So I will copy this, and now I will apply this trick here. Okay, so here I will paste it. So I will set it here, and now I will paste it. Okay, so now this is the same method. So also we are checking here that if this new quant is equal 0. If it is equal 0, then we have to get a label with name, with this specific name, and button with this specific name, and then we will delete these two widgets from our database, and also from our discount list. Okay, so I will save it, and then so here we should delete it from our database also. Okay, so here we will delete it from database first. Okay, so here I will use self. Okay, sorry, not self. Yes, self dot cursor. Okay, now also we have to delete it from database. So now here I have to use cursor, sorry, cursor dot, okay, execute. Now we have to execute query that delete. Okay, delete. Now we have to also delete it from database. Okay, and delete from database is, sorry, table is sales. Okay, delete from sales. Where, here we have to use where clause, where item is equal placeholder, and we have to replace this placeholder with value. Okay, now we have to delete this from uh, database, and also we have to delete this from our discounts list. Okay, so I will copy this, and then I will paste this here also. Okay, so now I will paste this here. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it. I have already inserted some more values in our database. Okay, so now these are our buttons. You can adjust their positions, okay, according to your requirement. So now this tea is with 10% discount. Okay, soap is with 5% discount. Lipstick is with 10% discount, and break, sorry, this should bread. Okay, this should bread, not break. So sorry. Okay, so bread is with 5% discount. Okay, so now I have to purchase this first. Okay, so you have purchased tea on 10% discount. Now pay 18 instead of 20. I will click OK. So now remaining quantity is 2. Now I will click purchase once again, and now here this is 1, and now I will click this purchase button once again, and now pay 18 instead of 20. I will click OK. Now tea is no more available for discount, and here you can see our tea is removed from discount list. Okay, so I will close this. Okay, and now here I have to purchase any other item. For example, I will purchase this item. Okay, so you have purchased break, but it should bread. Okay, on 5% discount. Now pay 19 instead of 20. I will click OK, and now I will click this purchase button again and again. Okay, so now here you can see our quantity is updated. Okay, I will click purchase again, and then again. Okay, and now then again. Okay, so now bread is no more available for discount, and you can see that it is also removed from our discount list. Okay, now I will click OK, and in the same way, or by using the same process, we can remove all these items from our discount list. Okay, so this was all about discount sales management system. I hope this video will be very helpful and easy to understand for you.